right, well, good afternoon. My name is Dale Owen, and on behalf of our credit union board and staff, welcome to the Ascentra Credit Union home office and the initial Downtown Bettendorf organization Schmid kickoff. So we have a few staff here. If you could just raise your hand if you need anything at all, just look to them. There's beverages in the back. They'll be more than happy to take care of you. And Larry Breitenauer, our board chair, is here today. So Larry, appreciate you being here as always for all of our wonderful events like this. It's very fitting that we're celebrating this organization coming together in this space. When our board started this journey on really aligning the needs of our organization and assessing the needs of the downtown, to have both those things come together so beautifully has really meant a lot to all of our staff, and certainly our members will benefit from this, and the downtown will benefit from this for a number of years. Actually, both of these journeys kind of started concurrently. We started these a few years ago. Things like this just don't come together overnight, nor should they. You know, a lot of deliberate work went into this, a lot of planning, and I couldn't be prouder personally to be working downtown. Certainly the creativeness of our project, the Q2030 initiative of the Quad City Chamber, you're seeing it in living color right here. So as we go through the event, and we have some awesome speakers lined up here that I can call fellow downtown business engagement folks, but I can also call friends as we've gone through this. And without further ado, Mayor Gallagher, thank you for your leadership and all the great work that's helped us come to today.
Thank you, Dale, and Ascentra Credit Union. This is one of the great projects that is anchoring our downtown revitalization, a revitalization that has brought you all here today to talk a little bit about the Schmid. Before we get to that, let me thank those folks who are here on behalf of the city. Frank Baden and Jerry Sexer, Greg Adamson, Bill Connors, those are the city council people you see before you today. Also, our department heads, our city administrator, Decker Plain, Jeff Ryder, the gentleman thanked by Mr. Owen is our Director of Economic Development. Our Human Resources Director, Kathleen Richland, is here. We have great representation from the city because this is such a joint and together project with the folks who are downtown. Thanks to Kyle Carter for your help and leadership and the stuff that's going on in downtown Davenport that we can partner with. Thanks to the other folks who are here. We really appreciate you being here today. This self-supporting municipal improvement district, or Schmid as we're talking about, is a great tool. Since its inception by the Iowa legislature in 1977, this tool has encouraged high-level local involvement in development and urban renewal. The exact same thing we're doing here in our revitalization efforts in downtown Bettendorf. This mechanism allows for business owners and property owners in a defined geographic location to come together to create a district that will generate funds for specific improvements and services that they want. The business community driving business, doing the things that they collaboratively work together to achieve. It's a great success for downtown Bettendorf. This Schmid will be vital in creating the Bettendorf we all want to see in the downtown. So much so that the city of Bettendorf and our partners at the Isle of Capri, and you'll get an opportunity to hear from them here in a minute, have pledged together $150,000 for each of the first 5 years of the Schmid. The first term is a 5-year term. Thanks to Ryan Jancy for spearheading the effort here in the downtown, for knocking on each and every business and property owner's door to get them to believe in and join the effort. Thanks to the steering committee, many of whom you'll hear from today, downtown business owners like Michelle Blunk and Dale Owen, and the folks you'll hear from have done an awesome job of building momentum to create a revitalized downtown that we at the city want to partner with this group to create. It's been a wonderful undertaking. These are great people, great folks in our downtown. To get a majority of the business owners and a vast majority of the property valuation owners in the downtown to come together to create a district that taxes themselves so they can make decisions through a board of directors yet to be announced for the revitalization and beautification of downtown is quite a feat, and they deserve a round of applause. Can we give them one now, please? Thank Thank you to the Bettendorf City Council, who 3 times in a row unanimously voted to support this SMID. Thank you to the Bettendorf Development Corporation, on which Dale Owen sits, for working on this project for 3 years. To Pat Eichenberry, who spearheaded this opportunity, really went aggressively at trying to bring Ryan Jancy here, and that has proven to be a great choice. Thank you to Paul Rumler, Quad City Chamber of Commerce, whose representatives are here today. Great partnerships in this community start with the Chamber, and we're glad to be partnering with them here with this municipal district. During the first 5 years, or the first term of the SMID, you can look forward to seeing great events in our downtown. Beautification efforts, business-to-business peer support, and many other things that will come out of a board of directors whose vision will create a new and revitalized downtown. Working hand in hand with the Chamber and with the city, we couldn't be more proud of this group of people who will help us together to move Bettendorf forward. Now it's a great honor and privilege to introduce to you a longtime partner in the Isle of Capri, our rock on the river, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Nancy Ballinger.
Thank you, Mayor Gallagher, and congratulations to everybody here today. It's certainly a wonderful day, an exciting day, and we're thrilled to be part of it as well. So, as you know, the Isle has invested in downtown Davenport, or downtown Bettendorf for many years. Downtown Bettendorf for many years, and we're thrilled with that. We feel that we're part of what makes downtown Bettendorf so great. So we've been here many years, and we look forward to many more years of being here as well. The process of forming the SMID is the next step in the transformation of downtown Bettendorf, and we at the Isle take great pride in our involvement with the DBO coming forward. It's our pleasure to contribute to this endeavor, and we look forward to many years to come. As Mayor Gallagher stated, we are all in this together, and with the city, the Isle, and supporting the DBO, we want you to know that we're excited for the work to come, and we're equally as excited to partner with everyone in this room and beyond to forge a new path in downtown Davenport. So again, congratulations to everybody, and the best is yet to come.
Thank you, Nancy. Kristen Glass, the Chief Strategy Officer for the Quad Cities Chamber of Commerce, is here. And as I indicated, what a great partner they've been, not only here in the SMID, but throughout our business community in Bettendorf. Kristen?
Thank you so much, Mayor Gallagher. I'm thrilled to be here today celebrating the kickoff of our SMID in downtown Bettendorf. It's been a long time coming. We've been working really hard on this, and we're excited and eager to see the value and the ROI to the downtown businesses. Downtowns are so important to our community. It's one of the pillars of the Quad Cities Chamber. And the reason for that is in order to attract jobs, attract people to our community, we need strong downtowns that people want to visit, want to live in, want to work in. And so this is another step in the right direction of continuing to enhance downtown Bettendorf. And we're excited to work with the city of Bettendorf on that. We've heard Ryan Jancy's name mentioned many times. I'm so proud of Ryan and the work he's done. He's knocked on many doors to make sure that all business owners understand what we are intending to do. I remember us going to Ryan 2 years ago and talking to him about what we wanted to do in downtown Bettendorf, and his background is in downtown Davenport. He was trained under Kyle Carter, which was mentioned earlier. So he comes to Bettendorf with a strong understanding of what needs to happen in downtown Bettendorf, and we asked him to take a leap of faith, and he's done well, and he's gotten us to where we are today. So I'm going to introduce Ryan Jancy now to tell you more, but congratulations to you, Ryan, and come on up here.
Again, my name is Ryan Jancy. I'll give you a little history on how we got here and what our plans are for the future. In 2017, again, I was approached by the City of Bettendorf, the Bettendorf Development Corporation, and the Bettendorf Business Network with interest in creating a downtown organization similar to what I had worked with the Downtown Davenport Partnership. We already had a vast majority of downtown stakeholders at the table wanting to see this work, wanting to invest in our downtown and to create a great environment where people want to live, work, and play. So we got together as a committee, as a steering committee. I worked for a year and a half. I did 2 jobs between the Downtown Davenport Partnership and what is now the DBO. We created our image, we created our brand, we created a work plan, and then we needed to decide how we were going to pay for that work plan. We decided the SMID was the best way for us to achieve our goals, and we wanted to make this as feasibly, fiscally responsible as we could. So we selected a levy of $275 per 1,000 of assessed taxable value for property owners, and that will affect multi-res, commercial and industrial properties within the downtown district. We are excited about the future of what's coming. The SMID ordinance requires that I receive 25% of the population at a minimum of 25% of the value to sign off on this petition. I was able to meet with 97% of property owners down here, and I'm happy to say that 58% of the property owners, which represents 70% of the value, has signed off on this petition. If that doesn't show you a commitment to our downtown and a commitment to our future, I don't know what does. We see a brand new bridge being built out here. This is, I've heard it said before, this is our downtown's chance as a second bite at the apple. We want to reinvent ourselves while we celebrate the businesses that have been down here for the longest time, and we welcome in new businesses. We want to create that environment where people want to spend their time, that Quad citizens can be proud of, that Bettendorfs can be proud of. We look forward to continue to work, to continue to grow with these and stakeholders downtown, and we are excited for the future. Again, that's what I've learned along the way, that we are hungry for this. Property owners are hungry for this. This is our chance to really put our best foot forward. I-74 is going to become the new gateway into the Quad Cities. We want to capture that traffic when they stop in the Quad Cities, and Bettendorf is the first thing that they see, and we're only the tip of the iceberg of all the great things that can happen in the Quad Cities. I want to thank the Quad City Chamber for supporting this initiative, and the city of Bettendorf, and again the elected officials. This wasn't me, this was a team effort, and I'm just a cheerleader. I'm the conduit that brings it all together, and I'm excited for what we're going to happen in downtown Bettendorf. To talk a little bit more why this is important, I'm going to have next up is Simon Bowie from Bowie Machine.
Thank you, Ryan. I'd like to talk about the leadership that's been involved with setting up this organization. Most projects fail because of lack of funding, lack of leadership, or lack of direction. So we've got support from the city, support from the aisle, so we've taken care of some of the funding, and lack of direction comes, basically we're going to be setting up in the next year or two, setting up how we're going to run the organization in the next year plus. We're going to be working on marketing plan as well. The SMID funding starts going on its own, and the taxes start coming in. We're going to have to work on smaller projects. We want the community to see that we're actually making an impact, and we feel like in the next several months we're going to be working on plans as a group to spend some of the money that we have, the startup money that we have. As far as leadership goes, the Bowie family's been down here for 60 plus years. We've been an employer here. Our employees have enjoyed this community. We've enjoyed this community. It's been a privilege being asked to be involved in this endeavor. Met some great people. The support of the local property owners has been amazing. A lot of questions were asked. People wanted to understand what we want to do. And what we want to do here is help that urban renewal effort, as the mayor alluded to. You know, it takes some direction. We understand the city needs some help in that regard, and they've done their part, and it's our turn to carry the torch, or at least part of that torch, or hold it with them. We look forward to the opportunity to create value for the property owners for downtown Bettendorf.
In downtown Bettendorf, a valuable stakeholder. I'm sure many of you have probably been to a store for some home improvement projects. Mr. Don Kelly.
I feel very honored to be up here. Good thing I came last because everybody's already said everything. So. You know, my parents started the business in 1940 down here. Some of you aren't old enough probably to remember when the downtown was thriving. I do. And there were some great times. There were times when all the businesses down here would have a sale going on. It was called a sidewalk sale, and things were just booming down here. And I haven't seen this much development, this much excitement down here in many, many years. So I'm very thrilled to be a part of it. I'm very happy to see it happening. I have my kids at the business. It's third generation now that is, well, they think they're running it. But So it's been a great time. Again, I can't thank the city enough for all that they've done, the elected officials for, supporting us in this, the rest of the DBO board members, committee members, I guess I should call us, but it's been great. Everything has seemed to fall into place. We had, as he said, great support from the rest of the property owners here, probably more than what we thought we were going to have. So I think everything's looking really rosy as we come into this next part of downtown Bettendorf's life. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
I also think it's important that we point out why we're here at Ascentra today. Ascentra is donating office space to the DBO, a value being returned to the property owners. They're not paying for the DBO to be housed or to have office space. It can create even more value, even more capital improvements, projects and stuff that we can have happen outside. So first year, a game plan is to build what we're calling our charter. A lot of the steering committee members will slide over into a charter seat. We've got some other property owners, some other stakeholders in downtown that have showed interest on being on our charter. We have the gap funding from the city and from the aisle for year one. We do have some plans, again, to enhance our Be Downtown event, again, next summer. Some small capital projects, and then really work to create a robust work plan for when those SMID dollars start to roll in.